Hello, welcome to GeoBiz Live. As the whole region goes into opening the aperture and charting the new paths with GeoInt 2015 conference round the corner, we have a guest in our studios in London, Mr. Jordan Furr, Vice President Strategic Communications and Marketing USGIF, the organizer of GeoInt 2015 conference. Jordan, welcome to the studios.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And GeoInt 2015 is round the corner, and everybody is excited about it. Can you just let us know what GeoInt 2015 is about and how USGIF has come to organize this conference?
Sure. So the GeoInt Symposium started in 2004 when USGIF was founded back in January 2004, and it's grown from a small gathering of geospatial intelligence professionals in what was then a sort of an unknown community, an unknown tradecraft of geospatial intelligence. It has really grown into its own over the years as geospatial intelligence has become almost ubiquitous to the location data that we have in our phones, to GPS in cars, to people ordering Uber and knowing exactly where they are and where they want to go, route planning, to the things that we traditionally used in military and intelligence settings and where USGIF's roots were to support national security as it related to geospatial intelligence. But the symposium, along with USGIF, has grown over the past 10, 11 years. And now the symposium is much more than just geospatial intelligence. It's about defense, intelligence, and homeland security, but also about the consumer segments and new technologies and advanced analytics. So while GIS and imagery and the other pieces that make up geospatial intelligence are still certainly a part of the symposium, it's a much greater audience now. And that's reflected in opening the aperture, charting new paths, talking about reaching a wider audience, taking a larger view of how geospatial intelligence is used. And it's also reflected in the number of attendees that we've had, going from a small group that got together in New Orleans in 2004 to just before I came over here to the studios, we had 4,500 registered attendees for the symposium that begins Monday.
Okay, fantastic. So it's moving from the core GeoInt community to the larger goals of geointelligence and security and safety aspects of the community. Definitely, it's a wonderful journey for USGIF and GeoInt conference. But I understand all this while the conference has been conducted in Florida and Tampa, and this is the first time the conference is being organized in the national capital. Can you tell me why?
Sure. So this is the first time we are in DC, and we're very excited to be in the Washington, DC area. We have so many federal agencies and employees and attendees that come from Maryland, Virginia, Washington, DC, that bringing the symposium here allows so many more people to be able to experience the symposium. We started in New Orleans. We've been to San Antonio, Texas, Tampa, Florida last year, Orlando, Florida, Nashville. But DC exposes us to some audiences that might not have the travel funds to take a week or a day to get on a plane and book a hotel and come down to a place outside of where they normally conduct their business or where they work and live. So opening the doors in DC allows so many more people to experience all that the symposium has to offer. And to take that a step further, we've even made one-day passes for our general session and our exhibit hall this year. So even if you can get out of the office for only one day, you're still able to get to the symposium at a good cost to come down, experience the 290 exhibiting organizations that are in our hall, or the more than 200 speakers that are on the agenda over the course of the 4 days. So there's a lot to offer. And if you're military, government employee, first responder, it's complimentary registration. So there's no barrier to entry in terms of a price to get in the door. So
Okay.
we're hoping everyone comes down.
I think it's a fantastic choice to be in the national capital, and it attracts a lot of guests to the event as well. So moving to the event agenda, what has in store for the visitors and the participants this year? What's special about this year's program?
Sure. So we have a couple different things on the agenda that we're really excited about. First, on Monday, we have our GeoInt Forward agenda. GeoInt Forward is the pre-symposium science and technology part of the symposium. We have over 100 speakers on that day alone. So it's going to start out with some student poster sessions, students from a variety of USGIF accredited colleges and universities, and some USGIF partner universities and colleges, showcasing their work in poster sessions during the breakfast time. We'll move into an agenda with keynotes and panels and discussions and some real good tradecraft discussions. So that's going to be a very exciting day that ends with a networking reception and lightning talks. So out of our 230 members, we opened a call for presentations, and we picked out some really great lightning talks. So we'll have a couple company organizations up on stage with really quick, brief, and bright presentations to talk about some of the really innovating things that they're going to do, all during a networking reception. So you'll be able to hear some innovative technology, hear what some companies are doing, and get to do some networking as well on Monday. When the general session in the exhibit hall opens Tuesday, we have a great lineup of keynote speakers. They're all available to be seen on our website, which is geoint2015.com. But we also have breakouts and training and pilot testing that we're doing for a new universal GeoInt certification that USGIF is launching. We'll be offering 2 of the exams at the symposium, so people will be able to sign up and take pilot exams. And if they pass, that's one of the steps to getting that certification. So if they pass the pilot exam, that will actually count when we go live with the full exam. And we have more than 80 hours of training and education throughout the week. So in the mornings and afternoons, you can earn continuing education credits or units, CEUs, throughout the week. So you can sign up for some training, get some information during the keynotes, visit the exhibit hall, and then each evening we have networking receptions. So there's a little bit of everything for everyone.
Fantastic. A little bit of everything for everyone. What about the keynotes, keynote presentations this time?
Sure. We have some really interesting keynotes. We have the directors of NGA and NSA and NRO, for Robert Cardillo, the director of NGA. This will be his first time as the director of NGA speaking on the GeoInt Symposium stage.
Yeah, I remember Tish Long speaking at this conference last year, and I was very impressed about it.
Yeah, she's fantastic. So I think Robert will have a lot of interesting things to say on Tuesday morning. We also have the Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper, who's making his 11th appearance at the GeoInt Symposium.
Wow.
So that'll be very nice. We also have Stan McChrystal, who retired as the former commander of ISAF and now co-founder of the McChrystal Group, really works on teamwork and taking what he learned as a 4-star general and applying that to businesses and organizations in the government. So he'll be able to share with our audience, what it takes to really be innovative and to be more effective as teammates going into the future. He'll be doing a book signing. He just released a new book, Team of Teams, last week. It's available on Amazon, or you can buy it at USGIF's GeoInt 2015 Symposium, and he'll be doing a signing on Tuesday afternoon. And I think some of your audience might be familiar with Robert Kaplan. He wrote a book a few years ago, The Revenge of Geography, and he's going to be a keynote speaker on Wednesday afternoon. We've also ordered some copies of his books that attendees can purchase after his keynote, $15, and he'll be there to sign them. So the keynote speakers are varied, as you've heard, and I think they'll present a really good overview of what geospatial intelligence is, how it's being used, what it means to them, but they'll go beyond that as well and talk about, for instance, the Deputy Secretary of Defense, Robert Work, will be there, and he'll be talking about acquisition reform as it relates to the defense community. Why? Not just geospatial intelligence.
Okay. The exhibition forms a core part of the entire event, and how many exhibitors and what kind of exhibitors are expected this time?
We have 293 exhibitors at last count, and that's over 100,000 square feet of exhibit space. So we're very excited about the number of exhibitors that we have this year. There's some new exhibitors, some small companies, some startups, small businesses that are going to be there. We have a small business pavilion that focuses on those companies that are qualify for the Small Business Administration's designation of a small business. We have some really innovative and startup companies that are new to the space and maybe new to geospatial intelligence, but have been doing location-based work or location analysis or analytics and really applied to the space. We have a variety of government agencies that'll be there. DHS has 3 of its components, which will be exhibiting at the symposium. And we have some of the larger players that you're familiar with. Almost all of the USGIF members that you see on our website are going to be exhibiting there. And academic institutions as well. Some of our accredited universities and partners, we have 12 accredited universities and colleges now. Some of them will be there, and some of our other academic partners will be there as well. So opportunity to see so many interesting services, solutions, and technologies on the exhibit floor. We open the exhibit hall floor at 10 a.m. and it closes at 5 p.m. with a reception on Tuesday and Wednesday. And Thursday we have a shorter day. We're going to be opening at 10 and closing at 3. And we have a family day going on the exhibit floor too. So if you're thinking about coming down on Thursday and you want to bring your family and show them a little bit about the interesting things that you do or what you're interested in, we're opening free to families of registered attendees on Thursday afternoon.
Okay, fantastic. One of the quite interesting and engaging side events are the networking receptions. Yes. So how are they shaping up this year?
Sure. We have some great networking receptions. So I mentioned the Lightning Talks networking reception on Monday evening. On Tuesday evening, we have a networking reception at the Carnegie Library, Mount Vernon Square. So just out the front door of the convention center, there's a wonderful grassy area and a beautiful building, the Carnegie Library there. We'll be taking over that space for our opening welcome reception. So everyone that's registered for the symposium is welcome to attend. We'll have great food and great music, and we get great turnout for that. So during the day, you might be taking notes of what you hear in the keynotes or attending training sessions, but the networking receptions are really an opportunity where you can relax, connect, right, do business, and meet new people.
Yeah.
So in addition to the daily exhibit hall networking receptions that we have in the hall, we do have a couple opportunities outside the hall as well where you can relax a little bit. That's one of them. And on Thursday afternoon, we're actually going to the Nationals ballpark to see the Nationals play the Atlanta Braves at 4 o'clock. So we have about 500 baseball tickets, and we've sold about half of them. There'll be more on sale during the symposium. So another way to connect with your colleagues, talk with them, get to know these people and their families perhaps.
And build a rapport as well.
Exactly.
Over baseball.
Exactly.
Interesting. Another key feature which I have witnessed last year is the awards and recognition to people who are really contributing to this community.
Yes.
So when is it scheduled, and what do we expect in the award ceremony?
Sure. We have 6 awards that we're going to present on Wednesday morning during the general session between 2 of the keynote speakers. We will Kevin Jackson, our awards program coordinator for the past several years, actually since the awards program really began, Kevin has led this group, and he and his volunteers that review and select the award winners have really made some tough decisions this year. I mean, every year the award applicants get better and better and better, and it becomes more difficult to select the winner because really all of them in many ways are deserving of reward. So we'll announce those on Wednesday morning.
Okay, we look forward to. Okay, one last question I have for you, Jordan. What is your personal highlight? What is your personal best that you're really looking forward to in the next 1 week?
My personal highlight of the next week. For me, it's the exhibit hall.
Okay.
I come from a journalist background focusing on technology. So getting around to the exhibit hall and seeing all of the different technologies and solutions that are out there and seeing how companies are trying to apply their products or their technologies and solutions in new and exciting ways, that's what I love. If I had to pick one thing, I mean, the entire symposium every year wows me, and that's what we try to do for the attendees, is we try to raise the bar a little bit every year. If we're wowed, we hope our attendees are. And having come from a place where I covered the event and attended the event in 2004 and 2005, now working at it,
I get it.
It's an interesting perspective. So it all excites me, but certainly the exhibit hall and seeing what all of our exhibitors and members showcases.
I think definitely with the 100,000 square feet of exhibit hall and 293 exhibitors and an engaging and exciting agenda to look forward to in the next 1 week, I'm sure GeoInt 2015 is going to be a busy week for all the GeoInt professionals and the larger community, geospatial community as well. So looking forward to an exciting time at GeoInt in DC area. We sign off from here. Thank you, Jordan, for joining us on this live show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Thank you.